You have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president. And you have amazing role models like the assassin J.D. Vance, our vice president. Be boys.
Amen.
Be boys. It's okay. Be boys. It's nothing wrong with being a boy.
I literally made a video about how I was like, Nicki Minaj is MAGA, and everybody was like, shut up, you're terrible, you don't even know what you're talking about, blah, 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 blah.
Not gonna lie, being a Nicki Minaj fan right now feels like we on an episode of Survivor Island. Like, who's gonna make it to March 27, 2026? Because today just feels like we really being tested.
Hello good people, I hope you are all doing fine and amazing. Welcome to African Commentary. Here we learn and grow every day. And Nicki Minaj apparently made a surprise appearance at Turning Point USA conservative event in Arizona, whereby she was giving a speech, and in her speech she was praising Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, and these are things that pissed off Americans because they didn't expect this. They feel like they are betrayed by Nicki Minaj. So without saying much, let's first watch the video. Let's listen to what she said, and then I'm going to give my 2 cents at the end. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and I really appreciate.
You have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president. And you have amazing role models like the assassin J.D. Vance, our vice president. And when I say that,
Trust me, there's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard, so you're fine. Yes, we did. I love you. I love you. You have to laugh about it, truly. I have been called every single thing, and you know what? God is so good, you let it roll right off your back. And this is what's so beautiful about this moment, because if the internet wants to clip it, who cares? I love this woman. She's an amazing woman. She has a soul and a heart for the Lord, and words are words, but I know her heart, and it doesn't even matter. And you say what you want to say because I know your heart. I will not judge.
be boys.
Amen.
Be boys. It's okay. Be boys. It's nothing wrong with being a boy.
Amen.
How about that?
Amen.
How powerful is that? How profound is that?
Amen.
Boys will be boys, and there's nothing wrong with that.
What I got from that little meeting that Erica Kirk and Nicki Minaj did is that you will know them by their fruit. You will know them by their fruit. And like this is like a prime example of why discernment is so needed going into 2026. I'm not here to condemn nobody because listen, I'm not God. We don't know what's in people's hearts. But I will say, he told us that we would know him by the fruits. You know, the fruits of the spirit, love, joy, patience, peace, faithfulness, self-control, gentleness, kindness. And from the looks of it, they are not bearing good fruit. And so people come in here and they play with God a little bit too much. Again, I'm not condemning anybody. But what I do know is test the spirit. Look for fruit. I ain't saying Nicki Minaj is not a Christian. I'm just saying she does not possess the fruits of the spirit visibly, outwardly. So what this looks like is, again, white Christian nationalists. So you have a black woman who is affiliating herself with white Christian nationalism as a puppet. And we all know when you become a puppet to those types, what they do with you. They gonna discard you after they done with you. So if that's what she's choosing her alliance to,
Not gonna lie, being a Nicki Minaj fan right now feels like we on an episode of Survivor Island. Like, who's gonna make it to March 27, 2026? Because today just feels like we really being tested. Today, Nicki Minaj spoke at Turning Point USA, which is the now deceased Charlie Kirk's agency run by his wife, Erica Kirk. Yes, I was down with Nicki when she was speaking about Christianity being safe around the world, but today it does not feel like that's what this was about.
because I heard Nicki Minaj say that Donald Trump was charming and dashing or something like that and a role model for young men. And that ain't got nothing to do with Christ, because that's a lie. This man said he doesn't even think he's going to heaven. So how are we advocating for Christ with him when he ain't even trying to get home to him? Outside of that, Turning Point is a political agency, or they say they ain't political, but their political stance is that systemic racism really is not affecting Black Americans right now. They also don't believe in DEI or affirmative action. Honestly, Nicki, I love you. But the fact that out of respect, you don't even come to your fan base to talk about this issue. You just go and click up with these people. Now what I'm supposed to do? Choose being a Barb over being Black, a Black woman? Do you know how many of my sisters in Washington, D.C. are home because of this man coming in and ruining their whole careers that they worked for 20 years? This administration? And people saying that the fact that my grandparents couldn't get a home loan until the 70s, and white Americans could get home loans in the 20s and the 30s, that head start doesn't impact us today? I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of you Black Americans that come from immigrant communities never can understand what the real descendants of slavery have gone through. Y'all be so quick to ride and forgive people because you truly believe that the American dream is the American dream. Because you came here and your people made it. But your grandmothers weren't raped in this country. And your grandfathers weren't also raped. And you know your last name. And you weren't used. Your hair wasn't used to stuff mattresses and chairs.
Much larger issue, and I want us to become extremely aware of how frequently certain people will pick individuals from a certain community to speak ill about the community in which they themselves are a part of. And I want you to really recognize who does this and why. Understand something. When they take people from a community and have them speak ill about their own community, the community that they themselves identify with, it is deliberate. It is intentional. It is to get someone to spew the hate from their mouth that they wish they could spew out of their own. If they have a qualm or a grievance or some type of racist trope or stereotype about a community, they know they'd receive backlash if they said it, so they go and try to find someone to say it for them. Someone from the community that they wish to talk about, that they wish to degrade, that they wish to speak down upon. We have many words for that, many terms for that.
I am crying. The Barbs were gaslighting us about Nicki Minaj not being MAGA just because she's speaking out on behalf of persecuted Christians in Nigeria and co-signing Donald Trump's sentiments. And now here she is being brought out by Erica Kirk at Turning Point USA's America Fest event. Can you imagine? Like, Nicki Minaj is the gift that keeps on giving. Every time you think she's done being a terrible person, she shows you that she still has more in her stockpile. It's absolutely laughable at this point. It's comical. Like, how could you not laugh? It's hilarious. All I have to say is, where there's smoke, there's fire, and Nicki Minaj has proven time and time again that she doesn't give a rat's ass about anybody but herself. So anybody that's stuck by her up until this point deserves what they're getting. I don't feel bad.
Oh, y'all. Nicki sell out, so Nicki Minaj joined Erica Kirk at her Q&A session with Turning Point USA at American Fest in Phoenix. Some of the things she was saying, y'all, it was kind of like throwing me off a little bit. Like, did they put you up to this? 'Cause I just know damn well.
Have the utmost respect, admiration for our president. He has, I don't know if he even knows this, but he's given so many people hope that there's a chance to beat the bad guys. We won't be silenced ever again. We will speak up for Christians wherever they are in this world. Amen!
Now, she must about to have an album come out. What, this her little promo run? I wouldn't be surprised if her sales just decline even more now. What you gonna rap about now? Nicki, come on. I bet all the Barbs is really not on that side. You know what I'm saying? Supposed to be somebody y'all look up to, but she following or worship a leader. Y'all don't. Barbs, you tell me. Y'all gonna still fuck with Nicki, even though y'all don't like this, or that's her personal life? It is not about no Christians, girl. Come on, I ain't trying to hear all that. She probably doing all this just to get dog off that list.
Everybody's looking around so confused, asking why Nicki Minaj is on Turning Point USA. That lady's broke. I thought y'all knew that. This is not everyone's first time at the rodeo. Y'all should already know this. When a celebrity is broke, they turn to the right-wing grift.
They don't want you, they don't like you, are laughing at you. I'm talking to you, Nicki Minaj. The fact that she has now is a full-on Trumpian. One of the things, the self-hatred must be so deep, because Nicki Minaj goes on to speak to Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk's widow, at a Turning Point USA event today. And she addresses backlash. They said, like, I know coming on here, you're going to get a lot of backlash. This is what Erica Kirk said. And Nicki Minaj says, I didn't notice. I literally tell them to stay mad because we're going to stay joyful and peaceful and iconic and smart. I don't know if smart would be the word I would use. And we're going to stay thinkers in the world that doesn't want us to think. We will think by ourselves on our own. We will continue to think. Actually, Nicki, I think you're not thinking. I think you need to start to think. I think the reason why you keep saying think is because your brain is trying to rewire and telling you, please use me. Please use me. And then further saying, I have the utmost respect and admiration for our president. He's given so many people hope that there's a chance to beat the bad guys and win. They're one of us. They think you're one of the bad guys, Nicki. They think you're one of the bad guys. You are being used.
We haven't seen a celebrity flip the script like this in quite some time. Nicki Minaj is at the Turning Point USA event. Republican activist Nicki Minaj was the special guest today at Turning Point USA, and she went up on stage and talked about how much admiration she had for Donald Trump. Nicki took the stage with Erica Kirk hand in hand while her music was playing at the Turning Point USA event. Erica Kirk asked her when she knew it was time to switch sides, and Nicki Minaj said that she was tired of being pushed around, and now resurfaced clips of Nicki Minaj are showing her saying that she thinks that her fans would not love her if they knew the real her. So a lot of people were saying that she was insinuating to her being a Republican a long time ago. Nicki is saying that she's not going to back down now. She's not going to back down ever. This is her new life, and this is who she is, regardless of what the fans are saying. Longtime Barbs are curious as to how she's supporting Turning Point USA, as to how she's a Republican, essentially, when a majority of her fans are LGBTQ+. And when Erica asked her what she felt about her newly disgruntled fans, Nicki Minaj literally said they are not disgruntled with me, they are disgruntled with themselves.
So, are y'all still Barbs? After everything that Nicki Minaj said at the Turning Point USA thingy, are y'all still Barbs? The whole conversation with Nicki Minaj and Erica Kirk just goes to show you why you should not be putting your trust, all your trust, into these celebrities. This is literally the biggest plot twist in history. I have a feeling Nicki Minaj is going to lose a ton of fans after what she just said at that Turning Point thingy. And if I'm really going to be honest, I'm surprised that people are even shocked about this, considering what she's done in the past. It's not shocking at all, because there's been different events and situations leading up to the big cherry on top, which is this one. People have been telling y'all that she's not who y'all think she is, and y'all are just now seeing it because she revealed it herself. It took for her to reveal her true colors in front of a big stage for y'all to finally realize that she was a problem all along. All I'm gonna say is, honestly, her downfall needs to be studied. Honestly, if she somehow manages to come back from this, it's a miracle. It's going to take a miracle for her to come back from this. I'm being so serious. Especially considering the fact that her fan base is literally the opposite of what she now supports. It's just crazy watching in real time Nicki Minaj, of all people, just doing a big 360. Like, it's crazy. I cannot wait for 2026. If all this stuff is happening in 2025, I can't even begin to imagine the next year. It is literally something new every single day. I never thought this, of all things, would be happening to Nicki Minaj. At this point, I'm just waiting for what's next. Like, let's be honest.
Be boys.
Amen.
Be boys. It's okay. Be boys. It's nothing wrong with being a boy.
Amen.
How about that?
Amen.
How powerful is that? How profound is that?
Amen.
Boys will be boys, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I literally made a video about how I was like, Nicki Minaj is MAGA, and everybody was like, shut up, you're terrible, you don't even know what you're talking about, blah, 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 blah. And guess what? Now MAGA Minaj is at Turning Point USA, so I was right.
When it comes to this whole Nicki Minaj thing, I feel like she's doing what she has to do versus what she wants to do. And I'm not a barb, okay? I'm a regular ass person. And when I tell you I'm a regular consumer when it comes to these artists, regular consumer. I pay attention to little shit because I be bored. I don't give a fuck about these people in real life, though. But for Nicki Minaj, I just feel like she's not serious. Like, I don't. I feel I'm a word person. The way she be talking, I feel like she say things in a way where it can be up for interpretation. So it's like, I'm going to say this because in the room that I'm in right now, I know how it will be taken and I will sound like I'm on their side. But in the event where I ever have to retract what I say or try to give new meaning, I very much can. Like, I very much can. Because she's really not saying nothing that's not like... I feel like people are not listening to the words. Like, I don't like when people... Like, if I say something, take it for how I said it. If I say the sky's blue, don't go tell people like, oh, well, London said the sky's only blue and that it's never this color and it's never... All I said was the sky was blue. Now, that leaves room for interpretation. Like, I feel like she speaks... I don't know how to explain it. Fuck. I think I found an example. Now, this is probably going to be like a little extreme, but let's say my girlfriend comes and she's like, yo, does this dress make me look fat? And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, that dress makes you look fat, but I'm not going to lie. So I'll be like, oh, you have another dress that make you look slimmer. Oh, you have, like, I'll say things other than the truth that you want me to tell you. But it's not, because I'm not telling you that truth does not mean I'm lying. I'm just saying things around the truth so you can interpret it how you want. Does that make sense? Because I be doing that all the time because I tell people, I don't lie. I don't lie. I'll just tell you different truths around the truth you want to hear because it's like, I'm not going to tell you the truth that you want to hear. Fuck, I hope I didn't make that confusing. But all that to say, I do believe Nicki believes what she's saying. I just think y'all are hearing it harsher than what she's actually saying it. Yeah.
So Nicki Minaj goes on with Turning Point USA's Erica Kirk and talks with her and he's part of her group. But it's interesting how Erica Kirk and Turning Point USA, Republicans, MAGA, Trump conservatives, love to accept anybody who agrees with their rhetoric or loves God like they love God, even though they don't love the God of Jesus Christ because they don't preach what Jesus Christ preached. But it's just funny how somebody like Nicki Minaj, who has a fake rear, made songs like Anaconda and talks about everything against what God believes in, and Erica Kirk is highlighting that she loves Nicki Minaj. Why? Because she agrees with your rhetoric? Come on, man. Come on. The circus is getting more popular because they keep finding more clowns.
So Nicki Minaj gave a speech. She was praising Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, saying that she's honored and she sees them as her role models. This is something that Americans have not taken lightly, and she has received a lot of backlash from people, from both Black Americans and white Americans. So I don't know what really pissed off people. Is it the fact that she's supporting Trump, and you know how Trump has made life difficult for Americans? She's now going MAGA, full MAGA, and she said it publicly, and this is something people didn't expect. Especially Black people, they felt that Nicki Minaj betrayed them because she's Black, and they didn't really expect her to support Donald Trump, to support J.D. Vance, because we all know how Trump has made life difficult for people, how it is like hell living in US right now. But for her, it's like she's living in another part of the world whereby these Americans are not living. She doesn't relate to what you people are going through. So I feel like people are so pissed off because of her remarks about Donald Trump. Americans are not really in a good place right now, like especially with Trump, they ain't, and they didn't expect a celebrity such as Nicki Minaj to come out and speak like that, supporting Donald Trump at this time right now when things are going south. No, that was the least expected from her. Also, another thing that pissed off people is her remarks on the transgender people. The people found that to be very unfriendly because she said if you are born to be a boy, just be a boy. And you know she has supporters from these other communities, the LGBTQ. She has her fans there, and people really felt betrayed with her. They felt like she didn't consider them when speaking, or maybe she just wanted to make Trump happy with whatever she was saying. Even some Americans are saying that it seems she was forced to say these things. These things do not seem real. It feels like a dream, like it is not real. Actually, it's real. It is not even AI. Actually, when you go through those videos where she was speaking, people are just saying this is AI, this is not real, but it is real, guys. It's her who is speaking. Even me, at first I thought that this is AI, and I just checked more videos to confirm that it is true. This is what she said. This is what she spoke about. So, yeah, as a celebrity, when you get the chance to speak, you just need to be considerate in whatever you're going to say, because just know that from whatever you're going to say, it's either you're going to receive praise or backlash from people, from your fans, and this might affect your work. This might affect your music career, because I don't know how it's going to be, like her concerts, her music. Are people going to unfollow her because of her speech, because of what she said? And also, you as an American, what are your thoughts about this? Do you support Nicki Minaj and whatever she said, or you feel like she betrayed you? Do you feel like she's just seeking praise from Donald Trump, or is it that she's really praising them for the good work they have done? And in reality, has Trump done a good work in uplifting America? Has Trump made America great again? For me, I feel like this is just a way for her to put herself up there, so that in case Trump needs her wherever, in maybe some other events, or people need her, especially those who are MAGA, they can always call for her. Because tell me, if she went there and spoke bad about Trump, do you think she would ever get any other invitation somewhere else? Even if she was not in support of Trump, I feel like she'll just have to say good things about him, because right now you're put there in front of many people. People are listening. How can you start talking bad about the president? It's not something which is realistic. But again, she has to protect her figure. She has to protect her celebrity figure. Like, she can't just go there and speak nonsense. She has to make people happy. She has to even pretend. Even if she doesn't like Trump in reality, she just had to pretend. I don't know how from now henceforth things are going to be on her side, because I know she has felt the backlash. She might not talk about it, but it's something that we have seen. People are talking about it online. When you just go through TikTok, she is the topic right now. So for celebrities, you have work on your side. You have to protect your images. You have to protect your celebrity figures. But at the same time, remember, you're human. And even if you're a celebrity, you are undergoing the same issues that these regular citizens are undergoing. So as much as you want to make that president happy, you can also take that opportunity to speak out about bad things they are doing, because you are a citizen as well as the others. Whatever he makes, whatever laws he makes, whatever policies he makes, they are going to affect you, not only the people. Especially as a black person in US, I feel like she should consider these things next time, if there is next time. So with that said, guys, let me know your thoughts about this. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and I really appreciate. See you in the next one. Bye.